Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Masda Yuliana. My NPM is 19220003. To fulfill the final project of speaking for academic purpose, I will present a proposal entitled the effect of role-play method on the students' speaking mastery of the 2013-2018 year students of SMP Swasta Al Hidayah Bukit Sari, Kecamatan Padang Tualang, proposal by Fiatri Novita. In this proposal, there is a background. Where is the content? There are ways of communicating language. One of the ways is speaking. It is the way that a language communicates. Speaking indeed is not the most determining way whether a communication goes as it is expected or not. People can also write to communicate the language, but most people speak. They speak every day. Therefore, the writer limits his study by carrying out a research on speaking, especially English speaking for real-life use. English speaking is very important to be mastered since it is worldwide use. In other words, it is the language which is international use. As part of the international community, it is necessary to master English speaking, for it plays important role in the coming era where everything is going to be globalized. When someone is in Japan, for example, or in any other countries whose mother tongue is not English, and he does not speak Japanese, he can communicate with English to interact with people there. That is why English needed to be learned. And here is a research proposal. Based on the background of the research, the researchers provides three research questions. 1. How is the speaking ability of junior high school students in Indonesia? 2. What should be considered in the process of teaching and learn English so that the results are better? 3. What are the factors that cause failure in learning students speaking English? Objectives of the research. The present study is intended to find out the effect of using a role-play method on the 9th year student of SMP Swasta Al Hidayah Bukit Sari on speaking ability. Significances of the research. This study is considered important for students as the information for those who want to know more about the effect of role-play method on speaking ability. As everybody knows that speaking ability is one of the integrated abilities that students must master if they want to master about a language, especially English. Thus, the outcomes of this study will be very useful to help students and teachers in teaching and studying process. Theoretical framework. 1. Definition of speaking skills. In Webster's New World Dictionary, speaking is to other words orally. Talk, to communicate, as by talking, to make a request, to make a speech. Skill is ability to do something well. Speaking is a skill which deserves attention every bit as much as liberally skills. In both first and second language, to most people, mastering the speaking skill is the single most important aspect of learning a second or foreign language, and success is measured in terms of the ability to carry out the conversation in the language. People can define speaking as the way to carry out of feeling through words, conversation with others. Speaking also used to communicate by talking, to make a request, to make a speech. To teaching speaking. Speaking is an interactive task and it happens under real-time processing constraints. It means that they will be able to use words and phrase fully without very much conscious talk. The role of the teacher in speaking class. The role of teacher in the classroom can affect the success of teaching and learning process. According to Diana Inratna, the teacher facilitates communication in the classroom. In this role, one of the major responsibilities is to establish situations likely to promote communication. Teachers should play such or different role in teaching speaking. One promoter students sometimes get lost, cannot think what to say next, or in some other lose influence the teacher expect for them. Be participant. Teachers should be animator when asking students to produce language and see feedback provider. When students are in the middle of the speaking activity, our correction may inhibit them and take the communication. And the importance of speaking. In learning English, speaking is important to support students' ability to use the language. As one of language skill, speaking has given important contribution of human work. And model of teaching speaking. According to Salahuddin in Kiatka Practice Belajar Speaking, there are some models of learning speaking as follow: main class and study club, conversation on the way, discussion group, and describing pictures. And here's hypothesis. Based on the previous discussion of the background for this study, the hypothesis is formulated as following. There is effect of role-play method on the student. Speaking master on the 2013-2014 8-year student of SMP Swasta Hidayah Bukit Sari, Kecamatan Padang Tualang. And methodology of research is time and location. The student will be conducted December 2013 at the SMP Swasta Hidayah Bukit Sari. The reason for choosing the school was that the students in the school also learn speaking ability as a part of their English curriculum. And the research design, the study will be intended to find out the effect of role-play method to their speaking ability scores. However, further findings should be explored in order to determine whether or not they were interested in the material selection and the teaching strategies. And population example. The population of the present study is 8-year student of Swasta Hidayah. Therefore, in of accessibility of the data collection, then the 40 student will take a sample by using stratified sampling and the variable of the study and instrument for collection data. I think enough for me to presenting proposal by Fiyatri Novita. Thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.